Did you know that simply reheating the wrong kind of food could be quietly working against your health, especially as the years go by? What feels like a harmless habit might actually be stirring up hidden trouble, weakening digestion, fueling inflammation, and slowly chipping away at your balance or memory without a whisper of warning. It's not just guesswork. Leading studies, including those from trusted nutrition journals, confirm how certain leftovers can turn on us over time, especially for those of us navigating life beyond 60. See, not all foods age well in the fridge. Some lose their strength. Others quietly shift into forms that can wear down the very systems you count on most: your heart, your blood sugar, your joints. And if you're like most older adults trying to stay sharp, mobile, and independent, this matters more than ever. So today, let's walk through 3 foods you should never reheat, and 3 that actually get better the second time around. Stay with me till the end because there's one everyday favorite that looks innocent on the plate, but might be slowly robbing your body with each warm up. Let's start with the good news: the foods that deserve a second chance. Done right, they can nourish your energy, protect your mind, and keep your steps strong. And hey, before we dive in, if you're finding these tips helpful, tap that subscribe button and turn on the little bell. These videos are made for you, and if you're with me so far, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I'd love to know how I can make this journey more helpful for you and your loved ones. 3 foods every senior should reheat to boost their health. 1. Oatmeal. A gentle hug for your gut and mind. There's something sacred about mornings, especially as we get older. That quiet hush before the world stirs, a chance to begin again with calm intention. And on those mornings, few things feel more comforting than a warm bowl of oatmeal. What might surprise you, though, is that gently reheated oatmeal doesn't lose its magic. It becomes even more healing. When oatmeal is cooked, cooled, and then warmed again, it goes through a quiet transformation. Its starch shifts into something called resistant starch, a special kind of fiber that skips past your stomach and feeds the good bugs in your gut. That simple change helps ease digestion, smooth out blood sugar swings, and calm inflammation, 3 things that become harder to manage with each passing year. But this isn't just science on a chart. This is practical wisdom for anyone over 60. As digestion slows and energy dips become more frequent, reheated oatmeal becomes a steady, dependable ally. It gives your body fuel without the sugar crashes, keeps you fuller longer, and helps you stay focused, gently, without strain. Even better, it's rich in beta-glucan, a heart-loving fiber that helps lower bad cholesterol, quietly protecting you with every spoonful. For those living with high blood pressure, heart risk, or just trying to simplify breakfast, oatmeal checks all the boxes. It's mild on the stomach, endlessly adaptable, and made better with just a pinch of cinnamon or a handful of berries. Add a few walnuts for crunch, and you've created more than a meal. You've built a small act of self-care. But oatmeal isn't just healthy, it's familiar. It brings emotional warmth on cold mornings and speaks to something deeper, that even the smallest daily rituals can shape how we age. When you take time to reheat that bowl, you're doing more than feeding your body. You're telling yourself, I still matter. My health is worth this moment. And that's powerful. Now, while oatmeal gives more than it takes, not every warm meal is so kind. Some dishes that feel comforting can quietly chip away at your energy and well-being the second time around. So what's the next food you should reheat? One that helps your bones, immunity, and spirit in a single bite? You may already have it sitting in your fridge, waiting to be warmed into something healing and whole. If this speaks to you, drop a 1 in the comments. I see you. You're not alone on this path. Let's keep going together. Now, on to number 2. 2. Vegetable soup. A gentle medicine for your body and spirit. Picture this: the sun dipping low, shadows stretching gently across your living room, and your body, perhaps a little slower than it once was, reminding you of the years well lived. In those soft, golden hours of the afternoon, few things feel more healing than a warm bowl of vegetable soup. But this isn't just soup. Not really. This is comfort, tradition, and nourishment, passed down from generations that knew the quiet power of a simmering pot. And for you and your loved ones navigating the beautiful, complex journey of aging, reheating a bowl of homemade vegetable soup is more than convenience. It's restoration. You see, when vegetables like carrots, celery, onions, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens are cooked slowly and allowed to rest, something special happens. Their inner walls begin to soften and release the goodness locked deep inside. Minerals, plant nutrients, and healing compounds that weren't fully available at first. Reheating that soup the next day transforms the broth into something richer, more potent, like a natural elixir for your joints, your immune system, and your overall strength. And the warmth? It does more than fill your belly. It gently opens blood vessels, eases stiffness in cold hands and feet, and soothes inflammation from the inside out. Add a pinch of garlic, turmeric, or parsley, and you've created something that doesn't just feed you, it defends you. For many older adults, especially those with low appetite, soup offers a kind, easy way to stay nourished. No chewing battles, no heavy feeling, just comfort that goes down smooth, keeping your strength up, your body hydrated, and your digestion supported on days when food feels like more of a task than a pleasure. But the real magic of vegetable soup? It's emotional. Every reheated spoonful carries echoes of family kitchens, rainy evenings, loved ones gathered around a shared meal. It reminds you of a time when food meant love, not labels. When a pot of soup on the stove meant someone cared, and it still can. If you're managing high blood pressure, arthritis, or sensitive digestion, vegetable soup offers a soft, forgiving way to bring healing herbs and minerals into your life, without oil, without harsh spices, without stress. It meets your body right where it is, changing, aging, adapting, but still worthy of deep care. Now imagine, what if even the grain sitting next to your soup, that quiet side dish, could also protect your bones, support your heart, and steady your energy? You may be overlooking one of your most powerful allies in the kitchen, but not for long. Let's move on to the next food that's quietly powerful when warmed with care, one that deserves far more attention than it gets. 3. Brown rice. The quiet foundation for strength and longevity. Sometimes the strongest things in life don't make a fuss. They don't shout for attention, they simply show up, again and again. That's the spirit of brown rice. Humble, dependable, and rich with quiet wisdom, it may not steal the spotlight on your plate, but it just might be the unsung hero your body has been waiting for. Especially for those of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, gently reheated brown rice can offer more than flavor. It can offer stability. In every bite, there's a kind of slow-burning power, the kind that supports each heartbeat, every steady step, and the sacred rhythm of daily independence. Unlike white rice, brown rice still holds onto its outer layers, the bran and germ, packed with fiber, B vitamins, magnesium, and selenium. These aren't just nutrients on a label. They're the building blocks your aging body deeply craves, especially when digestion slows, blood pressure rises, or sleep becomes restless. When brown rice is cooked, cooled, and gently reheated, whether steamed or simply warmed with a splash of water, something wonderful happens. It forms what nutritionists call resistant starch, just like oatmeal. This gentle starch takes its time to break down, keeping your blood sugar stable and your energy steady. No spikes, no crashes. For seniors managing diabetes, heart issues, or fatigue, that kind of slow, even release of energy can be life-changing. And that's just the start. This quiet grain also feeds the good bacteria in your gut, the tiny ecosystem that helps regulate immunity, digestion, and even mood. Magnesium, which so many older adults lack, is plentiful in brown rice. It calms nerves, helps muscles relax, and may even reduce the night cramps or twitchy legs that steal your sleep. Each time you reheat a bowl of brown rice, you're not just eating, you're reinforcing your foundation. You're giving your body a message. I've got your back. And emotionally, rice holds more than nutrients. It holds memories. The smell alone can carry you back to family dinners, warm kitchens, and moments of peace. Warming up leftover rice isn't just a time saver, it's a return to rhythm, a quiet ritual of care that tells your body, you're still strong, you still matter. Brown rice fits beautifully into the senior kitchen. Toss it with soft vegetables, lentils, or just a drizzle of olive oil, and you've got a satisfying meal that's easy to chew, easy to digest, and nourishing in every way. For anyone who finds cooking a bit harder these days, it's a flexible, forgiving staple that always shows up when you need it. But here's the truth. While brown rice builds you up with each bite, not every reheated food is so kind. In fact, some of the most comforting leftovers, when warmed a second time, can quietly turn on your heart, your nerves, even your memory. That's what we'll uncover next. Because what you choose to reheat may be shaping your future more than you think. 3 foods seniors should never reheat. 1. Cooked mushrooms. The hidden risk. Beneath the comfort. Mushrooms feel like one of nature's purest foods. Earthy, grounding, and full of quiet nourishment. They remind us of forest walks, family soups, and meals meant to heal. And when freshly cooked, they are exactly that. Low in fat, rich in antioxidants, and easy on the stomach. But here's something most people don't realize, especially as we age. Reheating mushrooms can quietly turn a healthy meal into something that may slowly wear down your well-being. You see, mushrooms are rich in special proteins and amino acids, great when fresh, but fragile when handled twice by heat. The first time you cook them, they soften and become easier to digest. But when cooled and reheated, those proteins can change again into forms that the aging body has a harder time recognizing or processing. You might not notice anything right away, but over time, that second round of heat can lead to bloating, nausea, or that heavy, unsettled feeling in your stomach lingers longer than it should, especially when digestion isn't what it used to be. And the bigger risk? It's not what you feel, it's what you don't. If cooked mushrooms are left out too long or not reheated to a high enough temperature, harmful bacteria like Listeria or Clostridium botulinum can quietly grow. These invaders don't always send loud warnings. Sometimes they chip away at your strength, disturb your digestion, or leave you feeling more tired, foggy, or off balance than you expected, especially for older adults with more vulnerable immune systems. Even the nutrients in mushrooms, the antioxidants that once helped protect your body, begin to break down when reheated, leaving you with something that may taste familiar, but no longer serves your health. In a world where convenience tempts us to reheat whatever's left in the fridge, it might feel harmless to warm up last night's mushrooms. But for those of us focused on protecting memory, energy, and mobility, it's a habit worth letting go. Instead, enjoy mushrooms when they're fresh and vibrant, at their peak, where they can still nourish without harm. That simple shift can make all the difference in how you feel. And now, let's turn to another kitchen staple, something colorful, crunchy, and beloved in many homes. But under the surface, it might be stirring up quiet inflammation in your joints and affecting the strength in your legs. You might not see it coming, but once you know, you'll never look at this food the same way again. If you're still here with me, drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're finding this helpful. Let's move to number 2. 2. Eggs. When a wholesome food quietly turns against you. For many of us, eggs are more than just breakfast. They're tradition. They remind us of weekend mornings, family tables, and simple meals shared with love. Fried, scrambled, boiled, eggs have long been seen as one of nature's most complete foods, and rightly so. They're rich in protein, choline, and vitamin D, nutrients essential for keeping your mind sharp and your bones strong as you age. But here's a quiet truth that doesn't get talked about enough. Once eggs are cooked, cooled, and then reheated, especially in the microwave or a hot skillet, they begin to change in ways your body may not appreciate anymore. What was once easy to digest becomes tougher, heavier. The proteins in eggs, when reheated, become more rigid and difficult for the aging digestive system to break down. You might not notice it right away, but that mild bloating, that sluggishness after eating, or that fuzzy-headed feeling in the afternoon, it might be yesterday's eggs, now pushing your system a little too hard. And it doesn't stop there. If those eggs were made with oil or butter, especially scrambled or fried, reheating them can cause the fats and cholesterol to oxidize. That means harmful compounds begin to form quietly, ones that stir up inflammation and may even put strain on your arteries over time. This isn't just science talk, it's what's happening in real bodies, especially in those already walking the delicate line of heart disease, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol. The damage doesn't hit you like lightning. It's more like a slow erosion, a gentle stealing away of your energy, your comfort, and sometimes your clarity. All from a small, well-meaning habit, warming up yesterday's eggs. You've earned the right to gentleness. to meals that comfort without cost. That's why, when it comes to eggs, the best gift you can give yourself is freshness. Enjoy them boiled, poached, or lightly cooked, and eat them right away. In that moment, they still carry the strength and simplicity they're known for. But resist the urge to save and reheat, because what feels like a shortcut can quietly chip away at your vitality, one bite at a time. And yet, eggs aren't the only comfort food with a hidden cost. There's one more dish, beloved across America, present in nearly every home, that may feel like warm nostalgia on a plate, but can betray your strength more deeply than you'd expect. If you care about your heart, your circulation, your memory, you'll want to hear what's next. Because behind its golden surface, this popular leftover hides a trap most seniors never see coming. Let's talk about that next. 3. White potatoes. The comfort that quietly betrays. There's something undeniably comforting about white potatoes. For many of us, they bring back memories of family dinners, holiday gatherings, and meals served with love. Mashed with butter, roasted to a golden crisp, they've long held a sacred spot on the American dinner table. But as we grow older, what once felt like comfort food can quietly become something else, a hidden threat, especially when it's been reheated. Freshly cooked, white potatoes are already high on the glycemic index, meaning they turn quickly into sugar in your bloodstream. But when those same potatoes are cooled, stored, and then reheated, especially with butter, oil, or cream, their starch changes in a way that can strain the body. Instead of offering nourishment, they may now trigger blood sugar spikes, worsen insulin resistance, and stir up inflammation, all while you're simply trying to enjoy a familiar meal. And for seniors, whose bodies naturally become more sensitive to sugar fluctuations, the consequences can show up as post-meal fatigue, numbness in your feet, joint aches, or a fog that makes thinking feel just a bit harder. You might not suspect the potatoes, but your body feels the difference. What's more, many people unknowingly reheat these dishes in plastic containers. That quick microwave zap can release chemicals like BPA, toxins linked to hormone disruption and heart problems. The result? A once innocent side dish may be undermining your strength, energy, and balance in ways that add up quietly over time. And here's the most disappointing part. White potatoes don't offer much back. Unlike sweet potatoes or other vibrant root vegetables, they lack the antioxidants that might soften their impact. They fill you up, but they don't build you up. So as comforting as they may feel, reheated white potatoes can quietly pull you away from the vitality you've worked so hard to protect. But this isn't about guilt. It's about awareness. Because once you know, you get to choose differently. Let potatoes be part of your past, not your present healing. As we reflect on all the small decisions we make in our kitchens, with our forks, our plates, and our habits, a deeper truth rises to the surface. Not everything in the fridge deserves a second chance. But you do. You deserve meals that support your strength, your clarity, and your independence, not drain it. That starts with simple shifts. Reheating the foods that give back, like warm oatmeal, hearty soups, and brown rice, and letting go of the habits that no longer serve you, like warming up eggs, mushrooms, or white potatoes. These aren't dramatic changes. They're loving, thoughtful choices. And they add up to better digestion, steadier steps, clearer thinking, and something even more powerful, a sense of control over your well-being, no matter your age. Every time you open your fridge, you're not just deciding what to eat. You're choosing how you want to live. So reheat with intention. Eat with care. And let each warm meal be a quiet act of self-respect, a message to your body that says, I still care, I still choose life. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you learned today that you'll carry into your own life or share with someone you love? Let's lift each other up on this journey toward wiser, healthier living. If this message resonated with you, leave a 1 in the comments. And if not, feel free to share your thoughts with a 0. Your feedback helps us grow and serve you better. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heartfelt health guidance. And above all, thank you for showing up for yourself today. Here's to living life on your own terms.